What's up, everybody, and welcome back to this episode of Track Talkers. Can Chase Sexton continue his speed and dominance in Houston? What happened to Ken Roczen? Is Hunter Lawrence top dog? Will Deegan run away with this championship? Is Moseman a changed man? Levi Kitchen's start device get stuck? And will Eli Tomac bounce back? All that and much, much more on this episode of Track Talkers.
Nap on the 723.
What's up, everybody? You're watching this episode of Track Talkers from Anaheim to in the studio. My brother, the one and only ex-professional athlete, Tyler Enticknap. And we have another very special guest with us. She is one of the best media chicks, women that I have ever seen in this sport, and she has definitely earned her way onto the show. She is the one and only Allie from the Real Housewives of Moto. We're so happy to have you here. Say what's up.
What's up, boys? Thanks for having me.
Oh, we're so stoked. This is going to be a great episode. Allie, I've watched a lot of your content, and you know, the one thing that I've seen from you is just how much passion you have for this sport and how you're just on top of everything from a different angle. You know, obviously Tyler and I are racers and we see everything from a racer standpoint. We see everything from behind the scenes, but you know, you have a passion and a outlook on this sport that is definitely different from all us guys. And we really appreciate you bringing in a whole new demographic and bringing in the women. And we want to give you a chance on Track Talkers to show everybody what you're made of.
Well, cool. I'm honored to be here, and I'm gonna start off with a shot at Weege. I know that's touchy. I love Weege, but I gotta disagree with him on one thing. He said something last year. I think it was on one of the Weege shows after one of the outdoors, and he's like, "The only way we're gonna grow this sport is to get more people on motorcycles."
Yeah,
and I disagree. I don't think he's wrong, but I don't think it's the only way.
Yeah.
So I am a middle-aged mom. I do not race. I have not been on a dirt bike in years. And I arguably love dirt bikes more than I did 15 years ago when I did ride. So sorry, Weege, I disagree. I have tons of girlies that I've met through my podcast and my Instagram that don't race anymore, and they still freaking love it. So I think that there is a place for women fans in moto. We love the stories. We love the girlies. We love the fit checks. And I'm here for all of it. So let's go Real Housewives of Moto.
Hell yeah. Well, we appreciate you, Allie. And, I can't wait to prove to everybody on this episode, how much you bring to the sport and how much you know, because you really do know your shit. I swear, I go to you all the time to figure out what's going on, and you always somehow have the inside line, which is pretty amazing. But I just wanted to have you on and just show everybody and show all the boys, show the Track Talkers fans, how crucial you are to this sport. So, Ty, let's get right into this thing, dude. Let's break it down. The debrief brought to you by Twisted Tea. We got to start with Heat 1. Ty, it looked so good for Hymas right out of the gate. We're talking HRC whole shot, right?
Bro, yes. I mean, he did look really good, and he won that heat race. It was just a KO'd fest behind him.
Okay.
From after the finish line in that outside triple, bro, oh my God. Because we had the perfect seats for watching that whole section. And
I mean, that's the hot topic, right?
Hymas somehow pulled it off. Kitchen didn't pull it off. Brandon Ray didn't pull it off. And there was a whole bunch of close calls just in that one section. And man, I would just like to be a fly on the wall in those Dirtworks headsets and just seeing what they were saying just to get that race over with so they could fix that lip every single heat race from there on out.
Dude, it was almost, I swear, it was almost to the point where I was hoping they would pull out the red flag for that section or something. You know what I
Dude,
mean? Like, or
yes.
wave them to the other side. Like, it was so bad that it was almost to the point where I was hoping somebody would just pull the yellow flag. Like a random flagger would just flag that shit and be like, dude, just slow down. Just don't fucking jump this jump. Right?
I know. Because it literally, it took like everybody like 2 or 3 laps in the heat race to figure out like that lip was messed up and we need to avoid it. Like straight up. Like,
I mean, especially when it was like one after another, after another, after another. Like, okay, we saw Brandon Ray just get absolutely pulverized off of it. Then we saw Ryder DeFrancisco completely face into it, right? Then we saw Hymas go right at it. And two, I have to agree with Ricky a little bit here. I think Hymas distracted Levi Kitchen enough to where Levi just, lost concentration for that split second and super endoed. I mean, do you know that realistically, gosh, I said realistically like 3 times, but that ended Levi Kitchen's night right there, right? Did it not?
I mean, it took a big chop to his confidence. When you do a front flip and you're attached to your bike, like, it definitely has to do something to you. I haven't been in that situation. I haven't been that lucky enough to do a whole front flip with my bike and pull
be
it
okay.
Off. Yeah, but I gotta say, like, it does something to you.
But the other thing too is like you seen the frustration on Levi Kitchen's face when he got, or I guess Levi Kitchen's posture. He was literally just shaking his head. Like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Happened?
Oh, we already started with the F-bombs. I love it. You got to be kidding me. You know what I mean? It was like, you could tell it was written all over Levi's face that this is not good. This is not that shouldn't have been like that, right?
I mean, yeah, but I was actually just talking to Shane Schaefer today. He's a track builder who has made hundreds of track across the United States and the world. But it's like, I think if you would have gave those guys one sight lap,
oh my dude, Tyler, I swear, bro, we have telemetry or something. Is that what that's called? Where we can think the same thing?
I mean,
It's
you also
telepathy.
have a
Telepathy.
Have a really
I knew it.
good
Yes.
talent of talking over me, but. If you just give the guys a sight lap where they could see the transition, see how small that lip was, I guarantee you those guys have the talent to make the adjustment to make sure that they're perfectly sending it off that tiny lip, even without fixing it. It's just the combination of high intensity, not knowing what's going to be coming up and not feeling it before you have to jump 45 feet off a fucking 3-foot lip in a race scenario is where everything gets messed up.
Okay, here we go. Let's make this shit plain and simple. Ali, I want your answer first. Ty, I want your answer second. 1-word answer, yes or no. If those boys had a hot lap, would they have crashed like that on that jump? Ali, yes or no?
Levi, yes. The rest of the team, no.
I said one answer.
I'm sorry. I couldn't. No, we'll say no.
Okay, Ty.
What?
Yes or no? Would they have crashed if they would have had a hot lap?
No, they wouldn't have crashed. Any of them.
Amen. Amen. I got my hands up in the air, and I'm telling you guys, it wouldn't have happened. And that's what the effects of having a track that is that saturated with water, where you have a short amount of time to prep the track, where the Dirtworks guys are trying to make it all work, make it look nice, get everything done. You know what I mean? And that particular section, that straightaway was so saturated with water, there was no good dirt in that section. So I'm sure that got left to the last thing, which was really hard. And then they had to just throw dirt on top of it and they hoped for the best, and it didn't work out. And you literally changed the whole entire race night by that one. And you could have ended Levi Kitchen's season. And because he's so fit and so strong, he pulled off probably one of the gnarliest moves that, like you said, Ty and I've never had a front flip like that and just got up and rode. It's just not.
I don't know how anything other than him being lucky has to do with his legs being locked in behind the bars, and then him literally he was on a roller coaster at that point, and he was at the wheel of the motorcycle. Good thing that he just has good chemistry with the Pro Circuit Kawasaki.
Yes, he definitely has good chemistry. I just want to give a big shout out because Ty was talking so much shit about Max Volan at the beginning of the season about how he's going to get like 10th or something like that, and he's absolutely ripping. So shout out Max Volan, you're the shit, dude. Beautiful heat race, that was awesome. But since Ty didn't have time to watch the races on TV, Allie and I are going to talk about this. Hey, we gotta pour another one out for our boy Ty Freehill, who just snapped his wrist.
Ugh.
Ty Freehill, bro, we see you, my boy. I am so sorry. When I saw your wrist on TV, I instantly knew what happened. I feel like it took everybody a second or two, and then Ricky finally caught on to it towards the end. But damn, like it wasn't even very much, right, Allie? Like, did that look like that gnarly of a crash?
No, and I don't really think that like any of us thought it was that bad. It was on the replay that we saw it, and everybody collectively kind of like vomited into their hands because it was like, oh, now your wrist is S-shaped.
Yeah, I mean it was bad. He literally jammed it. He jammed it into his bar or something, like a hand slipped off the bar, and it was like just from a takeout, which is it's so tough. Yeah, Hymus wins that heat. Ryder D. Francisco comes up with the 2 spot because Levi Kitchen does the full, Ty, what did you say? He was in sync? Levi Kitchen was in sync with his Pro Circuit Kawasaki?
Yeah, he had a lot of chemistry. He was super close with it.
Yeah, he was super close with it. Chemistry, a lot of chemistry there.
His bike flip. Didn't want to let him go.
Yeah. That's what it was. Oh, poor Levi. Oh, Ryder D gets second. Max Volan gets third. Okay, let's move on to heat 2. Ty. Hey, Ty.
What's up?
Ty.
Hey.
Did I see another Max Anstey hole shot?
Hey, bro. My boy was ripping starts off of
until
Yamaha.
We got to the main event. But he ripped another hole shot in heat 2. Then McAdoo's right with him. Deegan gets into second, kind of jumps by McAdoo on the inside, goes 3-3, right? Gets that job done.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
as I'm remembering that pass now, are we saying that Max Anstey saw Deegan coming and then saw Deegan
we're
take
talking
the
about the Max Anstey Deegan pass
up?
now?
Yes. I mean, that's only the only thing to talk about other than our boy Robbie Wageman just battling and getting 6th place in the heat race.
Way to shout that fool out. You know who else we should shout out? Twisted Tea, big sponsor of the show. Dirt Trick Sprockets. If you haven't used the code TrackTalkers26 at checkout for a little discount action. Stan Benson Racing. If you need some ETS Fuel Pirelli tires in Bakersfield, California, or online, go to stanbensonracing.com and get that right now. Guts Racing Seats, supporting only the best. Ken Roxon. We got the seat on the bike. SKDA Graphics. And a new sponsor to the show. We love them. Dylan Young Enterprises. We got way more special stuff coming your way. Dylan is going to be a big part of this show. We are so happy to have him on board. He's a local dude, and he loves moto, and we can't wait to, give you guys more information on that. But we got another sponsor on board, which we're so thankful for. Check out Dylan Young Enterprises on Instagram. But let's get back to this pass between Max Anstey and Deegan. Allie, when you first initially saw the pass, were you like, oh, Deegan got around the outside and smoked him? Or were you like, this seems fishy that he just got by easily?
Yeah, that would be the latter. I don't give Hayden any credit anytime I don't have to. So I think Max was definitely like, this is the heat race. I don't want drama. I got the whole shot. I think Max knows that he's always going to have better starts on Hayden. So they're always going to be around each other.
I love this shit, Uncle Ty. Because I'm a Hayden lover, so we're going to have some good-ass arguments throughout this show. The smoke is real from Allie. But with that being said, I do got to agree with her, right, Uncle Ty?
Yes.
Right?
It was very apparent that Max led him by.
Break it down for me. Because, how come Ricky and Weege aren't saying that shit? They can see it. How come they're not saying that on the show?
I mean,
what do you think the reason is?
You can kind of tell Max was trying to set something up because he saw Hayden Deegan coming. But I felt like it was so smart for him just to be like, right here, if I just back it off just a click because the outside was a faster line. He just backed it off literally just a breath, and that was plenty enough for Deegan to just blow right by.
Yeah.
And you could kind of see it like brewing, but you just didn't know what was going to happen,
Yeah.
I was hoping that, Max was going to brake check him in like a single file area where it would have been super funny, but that didn't happen.
Oh,
I was hoping for that too.
Oh, that is funny. Yeah, I mean, to me, it looked from a mile away, but I think Ricky did catch on to it after the second replay, because he mentioned that Max was, able to stalk Deegan, and that's really what Max was looking to do. Max is a smart guy. His dad's a smart guy. They're very, very calculated people. So I wouldn't be surprised if his exact game plan was to go out, get the whole shot, run a couple laps, let Deegan know that he had the speed, and then let him by in a place where he wasn't going to get taken out, and then figure out where Deegan, if he was faster.
And stalk him and try to learn something from Hayden in that heat race and getting ready for the main event, where honestly is the only race that counts. Heat race is just gate pick.
Now, with that all being said, Deegan still won the heat.
Yep.
Anstie got third, and Anstie got second, and Moseman got third, but he still got smoked in the main event, so it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm. But that was with the crash.
Yes.
So
that was with the crash. But let's move on. Is there anything else we need to talk about from the 250 heats?
No.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate you manning the show. Thank you so much. So
if you want to make a decision, just I'm your man.
I love that. All right. Let's move on to the 250 main event. Let's set the stage. Every single SMX next has just completely obliterated themselves. And we are now
and the LCQs.
Yes, and the LCQs. Vince Freeze has Vince Freezed again. And then now we are to the pinnacle of the 250 main event, where Jaimes gets out after a hole shot and winning his heat race, sticks his arm out, looks like he hurts his shoulder, and rides off the track. Are we surprised? Are we not surprised? Are we heartbroken? I mean,
and in that exact same moment, Levi Kitchen's hole shot device gets stuck.
It didn't get stuck. It didn't get stuck. I've ridden half a track with my hole shot device down. You got to have your hole shot device so damn low and the suspension so stiff on these new fucking bikes, not on the new bikes, but just on your bike with Supercross, that the thing doesn't come unlatched all the time. Like, you have to hit it, you have to compress it so hard that, it's not going to come unlatched. Watch, for all of you that think that Levi Kitchen's start device stayed hooked, go watch Chase Sexton in the main event. Because his front fork didn't get unhooked until he took off of the triple on the rhythm section. He went double, triple, and he had the faith to know that thing was still going to just unlatch as he compressed for the triple out.
Bro.
Which is the sketchiest shit you've ever done.
Hey, you know what? I forget who rode like a whole lap with their whole shot device down. There's been a couple guys that's done it.
Yes, and they just do it.
I think it's the sketchiest thing ever.
Was it Anderson? I think I remember it being
Ando
Anderson.
did a while.
On a Husqvarna, huh?
No, I think it was on a Cowie, dude.
Oh, God, of course it's a Cowie.
Oh, bro, keep drinking the Haterade, Uncle Ty. Keep drinking the Haterade. You need to be drinking Twisted Tea. You can find it at your local gas station. But
drink responsibly.
Yeah, drink responsibly. The half and half's fire. But yeah, it didn't get stuck. I'm sorry. It's not it. Right? I know you guys don't agree with me, but that's the decision I've made.
It doesn't matter what happened. He got 0 points. So take it or leave it. Levi's out.
Damn, Uncle Ty. Allie's laying it down. I mean, is there anything not more factual though? What do you want us to say?
I mean, Hunter, Chance Hymas and Levi Kitchen, just big old goose eggs, bro.
Yeah, but let's talk about Levi Kitchen. Has he really not made a main event yet?
What do you mean main event?
Like,
bro,
okay.
He's made 3 main events. He hasn't survived 3 corners in 3 main events.
Truth.
What do you do? Like, you remember how we were talking to Weston at the first one and he's like, don't panic, just stick with the plan?
Yeah.
Like, right now, I'm hitting the panic button. Let's hit
No, you know what you need to be hitting? You don't need to be hitting the panic button.
What?
You need
Reset?
you need to be dialing up Aaron Rodgers' phone, going on ayahuasca trip.
Oh, here we go. Season 3. We're already at ayahuasca at the beginning of the year, bro. You can't be doing
we
this.
We just need to have a whole
Send
life
them back.
reset.
Get the pro circuit team back to ayahuasca.
AC? Because AC is the ayahuasca.
Oh, he does
king.
have the plug. That's what I mean. We don't even need Aaron Rodgers. They got the plug. Just get AC on the phone and get them all hooked up with like a what do you call it when you do it all together? Like a oh wow, if I get clipped on that, that's not
a safe space.
No, like a Groupon type of deal. Like you get a Groupon ayahuasca trip, bro.
I don't know if they have Groupons in backcountry Brazil.
Yeah. I don't know if they got this family plan in Costco, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You need the family plan ayahuasca trip because you got to ship everybody except for McAdoo over there, dog. Because he about to have a baby.
McAdoo's got the right timing for what.
Dude, you know what it is too? He about to have a baby, dude. I'm telling you, that shit straighten you out and find you a path real quick, and it's straight to the money. And that's what he's doing. You got to find the money, dude. McAdoo said, "Damn, I can't crash no more. I got to put money on the table for this baby, son."
Bro.
Right? Am I wrong?
Yeah,
yep.
You might be right on the Cameron McAdoo thing, but the Levi Kitchen thing, bro, it blows my mind.
Same.
I'm not speechless very often, and I'm pretty much speechless. I'm not all the way there, but I'm close.
There's not much left that.
Hey, Allie. Oh my God, I got the perfect question for you. You ready?
Lay it on me. Let's go.
If you were Levi's mom, what would you tell him? What would you tell his ass?
See, I think his mom's name is Sarah. This is the thing. You got to follow all the moms, and I like her a lot. But if I were her, I'd be like, Levi, WTF is happening, because you know that this is Hayden's championship. So like, coast it in. You've got another year on this 250 contract, which is wild because you're like 800 feet tall. Yeah. But like, coast it in, just stack some good results and win it next year when Hayden's on the 450. So I would say, baby child Levi, WTF. That's what I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, it brings up a good point. It's like, dude, take the pressure off yourself. You know?
Yeah.
But
there's no pressure now, bro. Now we're just expecting like
that. That's true.
Hey, not to be
33 points down.
Yeah.
Hey, not to be harsh or anything, but like next weekend, bro, like if you make it to corner 2, like, dude, it's a
win. Just roll out of the gate last. Like at this point, fuck it. You know what I mean? I needed to drop an F-bomb. I've been holding it back. But literally just roll out of the gate, make it through. Just look at everybody down in the first corner, and then just make it to corner 3 or 4 and start riding and see where we end up.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, real talk, though. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just it's so bizarre to me. And this is the stuff that like drives riders and teams and mechanics crazy, is like you try to put as much work as you can in the off season. You do everything right. You train your ass off. You don't miss a day. Like you're railing at the test track.
Railing. I mean, Levi, this is the fastest we've ever seen him.
Hey, at the end of the day, what matters is how you can perform and on that gate in the main event. And how good is your racecraft? How good are you at quick decisions in that first turn? Like, do we have a plan? Is it a good plan? Like, are we executing what we need to do to get the result at the end of the main event and cross that checkered flag in the place that we want to go? Like, is Levi doing this? Like, I don't know. And it's just bizarre to me that you have a professional guy that's in the top spot of qualifying, 1 or 2 through the last 3 weekends, and he cannot put it together in 3 main events. Like, what are we doing?
Are we strategizing with Marchbanks? Like, is that just what's happening at Cowie? Like, the goal is just to make main events? Because that didn't work too well for Marchbanks. I know we're getting ahead of ourselves with 450, but like, Cowie, come on.
Yeah, I don't. It's
tough.
It hurts
dude.
my brain.
It's so tough.
And the hard part is too, we know what Levi's going through. He wants to be there so bad, and he feels like he's done everything that he possibly can, and he should be there. And it's like these stupid little things that aren't going right. You know, like,
yeah, but
think about what you could change. Think about what you could change and how much different this season would be. Like, imagine if you put him at the whole shot.
Way more. It's way more than that, Adam. 3 weeks ago, let's just go 3 weeks ago in 2 days.
Yeah.
He thought he was a title contender and he was going to be battling for this championship.
Yeah.
And now 3 weeks later, he is completely out of it. Can't even get through a first corner and doesn't even have a podium. Like, imagine telling someone in December that Levi is going to line up for 3 races, 3 main events, is going to be 100% healthy, but doesn't get a podium.
He gone.
Yeah, I would not have. I would have been like, you're freaking high.
Yeah, no one in the whole entire industry would have said that. He'd be like, oh, no, he would have, scraped off 1 or gotten a win or something. But, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's past the panic button. It's just like, he's got to find his soul or something,
Yeah,
I'd love to be a fly on the wall on what Mitch is saying.
Just a hard.
Yeah,
I don't
up.
think Mitch is saying anything, to be honest.
I think he's shunning him.
He said it last week, and then now he's just flabbergasted.
Yeah, he's just like, dude, I can't help you. This is something that you're gonna have to do.
I think, but I mean, on the other side of the spectrum, I don't want to talk about Levi anymore. But dude, Ryder D in our preview show, I think he's lining himself up for championship contender in 2027, bro.
Oh yeah, especially if Levi keeps hitting the ground. I know we're supposed to be over that. We love Levi. Well, we love both of them, but Levi, he's a great kid, but I don't know how to keep him out of the podcast when this shit keeps happening and you have so much potential. It's like the Christian Craig thing during the season. And then now, you see Christian Craig and he's finally turning over a new leaf. At some point, you got to figure it out. But he's got to look within himself and he's really got to change something. I think that's the bottom line. But
yeah,
either way, let's scoot back to Ryder D. What a fantastic way to not bounce back, but just prove to yourself that you got it, right?
Dude, going from 8th and finding his way with a heated battle with Cameron McAdoo and finishing out 3rd on the podium, like, my boy is like fighting. He looks healthy. He looks fit. Like, he's ready to go. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see him, get a whole shot, maybe battle for a win in the next couple rounds.
Isn't it crazy, like, how many years of stacking health and fitness and bike time and confidence and all of it takes for it to hopefully click at the right moment and then see everything start to come together?
Yeah. But you have to put in so much work to even get a shot to be able to have that opportunity in front of you.
And that's if you don't get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryder D is finally getting that opportunity. And right now, it just seems like it's getting better and better with the guys that are kind of starting to, show themselves as not as much of a championship or speed contender. Because after these 3 rounds, this is when the guys kind of shuffle themselves into the spots that they're going to be in, right?
Yes.
Like, this
it
is
settles in.
Yes. This is going to be like, okay, Ryder D Francisco is now going to be from 2 to 5 every single weekend, whether he starts dead last or he starts first, no matter what. Yeah. And all the rest of the guys know that. So when they get in there and they're getting in there late in the motos, they're going to know Ryder D's coming for them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that is
absolutely.
That is a good place to be. All right. Anything else on Rider D?
Did you guys see the video that his mom shared of him from Loretta's? Oh my gosh. I reshared it a couple times because it's so freaking cute. But you want to talk about like, stacking years and years and years of good results and staying healthy, what that'll do. Like little baby face rider with these big old cheeks on a 50. And like, here he is now, grown ass man with a stash.
I know. All I remember is freaky fast.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
Dude, I think everybody remembers Rider D when he was like, I think he's like 9 or something.
Yeah.
Shifting gears, standing up, wheeling on his 110 outside of Glen Helen.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I think everybody and their mother has seen that video.
And it's like, it's crazy to see like that's where it started, right? And then it took this huge dip. And then it seemed like it all was going to disappear, and now it's back, you know? And it's like...
he's with Davey. Davey's got some magic. I don't want to give him that credit either, Davey Millsaps, but Davey's got something figured out over there.
Davey has experience. I do think that Davey...
But he's been with Davey for 3 years now, right?
Yeah, he's been with Davey.
Yeah, he's been out there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
so
think
that's why I'm saying, like, we're straight 3 years in on the right program that it's finally starting to like pay off.
Yeah.
You know, we saw glimpses of it last year. But now like at the end of outdoor season last year and now it's like really starting to come together where it's like confidence starts and now the speed
like the
is
well-roundedness is starting to come into effect. Instead of like, oh, I see the highlight over here, and then I see the speed over here, and then, oh, I seen the fitness one time. It kind of seems like everything's coming together where it's like I'm seeing the speed, the confidence, the stability, and the fitness all in one moto. All right, let's talk about Max Anstey. Damn.
Why are we talking about Max Anstey, dog?
Because he's my best friend. That's why.
Oh, you have to fight Lewis for that.
Oh,
oh, dude.
Nah,
Chase.
Me and Max are on a whole different level relationship compared to Lewis and Max. I mean,
I love Max.
It's not even on the same level, bro. It's not even on the. I don't want to talk about it. Just, man, I'm just bummed. I heard he grabbed a hay bale or something, and it just didn't go his way. But everybody has one moto, right? That's not going to go their way. Yes or no?
Yeah.
He still ended up 6th.
He did end up 6th.
Points too.
We're looking at a lot of positives that are looking pretty difficult with that Deegan kid, though. That's the problem. Like, if it wasn't against Deegan, I'd be so much more hyped. But like, because it's against Deegan, it's like, damn. 1/6 place seems like a 20th.
I know, but you really I really love how they have 2 shootouts in the season now.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
There's a lot of points that can be won or lost at those.
And you know races, who does good at starts and can get starts at the shootouts, Uncle Ty?
Hayden Deegan.
Max.
Boo.
All right. Okay. Let's talk about Hayden Deegan, right? That's the man we got to talk about.
Do we have to?
Red gear, red plate, red eyesight. He's just seeing red. I mean, it looked lethal from press day. When I saw him on press day, I'm like, damn, boys, this shit is not good. Right? I mean, Ty, isn't it weird how you can just see that shit?
I mean, everybody watched how confident in the way it was going through qualifying and stuff like that. But dude, I honestly have to disagree with you just because you're my brother. Because I think the whole story about this weekend was how good Michael Mosman has been. And he's just stacking the chips on his side of consistent riding, good main events, not any major mistakes. And dude, this has got to be a huge confidence builder for Michael Mosman on just leading laps and basically leading the fastest guy in his class for over, I would say almost over 5 minutes, right? Or
no, it was like 11 minutes. It was 10 minutes, 11 minutes. He had the lead with 3 minutes left to go.
Yeah, he had the lead all the way until the 12th lap. So that's at least,
because they were
laps.
right around that minute lap time, right?
Yeah, so that's got to be at least 12 minutes.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
hold on, let me
bro, that's huge.
Fastest lap time. Let's see. Fastest lap time in the main event was a 1:02.3 by Hayden Deegan. So yeah, that was a good 13 minutes into the main event that he led the main. That's come on. That's doing something. Come on,
baby.
That's doing something.
Yeah.
Now, I guess the real question is, though, for both you guys, I'll let Allie answer this one first. But, Allie, can he keep doing this? Is this like a one and done, or has the beginning of the season proved to you enough that Moseman has done enough work to be this guy continuing forward?
I mean, as much as it pains me, I think this is Hayden's to lose, but I think that Moseman is this very special situation where I don't think that Hayden's mind games are going to work on him. And now everybody said this about Joe at SMX.
Yeah.
And, Hayden tried to get in his head, and Joe's like, I don't speak English. It's the greatest soundbite ever. But Michael Moseman, I don't think it's that he doesn't care. I don't think he has the capacity to care about Hayden's drama. And I think that is going to be a secret weapon. So I'm in on Mosey. I don't think that he's going to win it down to the wire, but I think he's going to be absolutely competitive. And I think it's going to confuse the fuck out of Hayden too. So I'm also here for that.
Well, I
Drama.
will agree with you that Moseman is a confusing kid. Sometimes I don't really know the answer that comes out of his mouth or where he got that from. He's definitely he's definitely thinking outside the box, right?
Yep.
Right.
I mean,
go ahead, Ty.
I mean, I don't know if you guys follow Moseman on Instagram, but the interesting facts that he drops every week are phenomenal.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's definitely not one other guy in the paddock like Moseman.
Hey, I am so looking forward to this week's post on what interesting fact he's going to say after this win, so I can see what kind of headspace he's in. But I'm kind of with Allie. I don't think he has the capacity to deal with Hayden's bullshit. And I was actually really bummed that it looked like Max got affected by Hayden's bullshit this weekend because he finished 6th. It's not looking good.
Yeah.
Well, they had words at the farm. We kind of talked about this a little bit. They had words. Hayden initiated it. It was confirmed to me by a number of sources. So how do you not? There's a bajillion people training there, and you have to go to Papa Will Hahn to get things to be smoothed over. I don't know. I got a little bit of sympathy for Max.
Yeah, I mean, either way, you knew you were going to get into an altercation. And it's funny. You know what's really funny about this whole, the whole Deegan thing is that he said it's like the exact same formula that he does with every rider. What did he say this week? He said, yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Moseman. He's been really putting all the hours in at the track, and he's just a phenomenal guy, and it's good to see him succeed. I mean, is that not the first step in the Deegan dominate you formula? He tries to make you his friend. So he gives you this pat on the back. You're the chosen one of oh, you could be Deegan's friend. And then he makes you feel all good. Right. And then the next week you're close to him and you're close in the points. And then he's oh, he's a little standoffish. And then by week 3, if you're still in the case, it's
KO.
KO. All bars are off. I don't care who you are, who your mama is, what you got going on. Boy, I am going to put the deepest cut I possibly can into your back right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not true? It's like the Deegan domination formula.
Mm-hmm.
Compliment, standoffish, dagger in the back.
Bro, it sounds like it needs to get published and be a book.
It sounds like a reality show. Somebody should do that shit.
Damn it, dude. The general's about to make $1 million off of this idea right now, isn't he? Big Brian's coming out with the book here in a couple months. It's going to happen. Watch.
Hey, how to deal with competition for dummies.
The Deegan dominance formula. Step 1, compliment. Step 2,
be very short.
be
Book.
Get 'em
standoffish.
closer.
Yeah, standoffish. Step 3, stab him in the back.
I don't know if this is a book. This sounds like more like a one-pager PDF.
Oh, no, you can write a book about anything. Just ask ChatGPT.
Hey, we were just talking about.
Hey,
we were just talking, Allie. We were just talking about the table of contents. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yes. That
My
was
bad,
just
my
the
bad.
table of contents. That's all that was. That was the briefing.
Yeah, you got to subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe to General's Army to find out.
yes.
All right.
That was for free.
All right. That's 250. We got anything else to
no
talk
free
about?
plugs here.
Yep. Do we got anything else to talk about in 250?
No.
No, I'm good.
Okay, great. Let's move on. 450 class. 450 Heat 1. Let's see here. What do we got going on in 450 Heat 1?
We got
Aaron
Jorge
Pleasanter's butt.
Prado with the whole shot and the win, dog.
I don't even care about that.
mean,
I mean, that was
can
sick.
we
Did you see the whip that Jorge Prado threw? Like, Jorge Prado, bro, he brought the sauce from, where's Jorge from again?
I think
Spain.
Spain, right?
What kind of sauce do they
España.
make over there?
Yeah, Lugo, Spain. I don't know if I pronounced that
What's
right.
the specialty sauce from Spain, dog? From Lugo, Spain. We need to
I
find out
mean-
because he's got all that sauce dripping on them finish line jumps. Did you see that? Did you see him turn down? I was like, oh my gosh, this kid has the style, dude.
Hey, I gotta give props to Jorge Prado before I tear him down because he is riding good. He's riding. He's riding really
shit.
good.
That was
and
a
he
great
rides,
way to set
He
it up.
rides phenomenal up front. But me and you talked about this in the stadium, bro.
Okay.
You can only do like rider block only with like that second tier guy, like Aaron Plessinger,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Like it was really close that if Aaron Plessinger was going to get by him, he was just going to pull away.
Yeah, you say
Like,
that though, but
he's
he
not
had
gonna
Hunter
pull that
Lawrence off too.
He's not going to pull that off with a 20-minute main event.
No.
But when Eli Tomac, Chase Sexton, or Cooper Webb is behind him,
Nope. It ain't gonna happen.
like he's not going to be able to pull off controlling the race like that. Like he has to have the speed.
Yeah, but Uncle Ty, dude, this is a really good way to figure out how to get it.
I mean,
Especially
I
with
mean,
a guy
it's
that has the potential, or at least looks like he has the potential now.
I know it just rubbed me the wrong way that he said he's not a good rider in traffic.
Oh.
I mean, he didn't have to do it in the GPs. Like when he
I
was,
know he
when
didn't
he
have
was
to
in
do it,
Europe,
but I think
he doesn't know how to do it.
I think he's going to have to learn quickly because I think he has a rude awakening if he thinks he's just going to whole shot every single race. And that's how he's going to win the championship. We've seen it too many times where you have to ride through the pack and slice and dice.
Bro, let's be realistic. Jorge Prado is 4-5 years out from a championship, right? If he has a shot, that's even if he has a shot at winning a championship, right?
Yeah.
Because he's going to need Jet to peak, and he's going to need Chase to be on the downside of his career, which is 4
and then
or
what
5
about
years
Hayden
away.
and Levi Kitchen?
Exactly.
And Joe Shimoda popping up into 450.
Exactly. So he's 4 to 5 years away from even a shot at a championship. Now, at a moto win, I could see him doing one this year. No? Yes?
I could see a moto win. Yes.
So a main event win this year.
A main event win? No. A moto win?
Well, he's already done
Yes.
it. Are you talking about outdoor?
Yes.
Yeah,
Motos are outdoor. Main events are Supercross.
I mean, I know this is looking too far in the future, but is there any title shot for an outdoor championship on the KTM?
If ET3's healthy and Jet's healthy and Chase is healthy, no.
That's a lot of ifs. That was like 3 ifs in a row.
No, they just have to be healthy though. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying. Like,
So
they
you're
can't
saying
be out.
if either Jet, Eli, or Chase is in the championship, he won't win.
No.
So he's not going to win.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we summed that up. Okay, Aaron Plessinger says he doesn't know what happened. He said he went off the jump a million times. He doesn't think he clicked neutral. and he has no idea why the bike did that off the demo. Is that
yikes?
Like, is that concussion? Is that like, what the heck is going on? Like when I heard that and I heard the big old bruise on his forehead, I'm like,
and then
he didn't hit his head that hard, I didn't think.
I mean, he pulled off in the main event, so he had some focusing issues. He wasn't thinking clearly.
Yeah, he said his head was throbbing during the main. He had to pull off because his head was pounding.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
That answers that.
Did you guys see the picture, the like string of pictures from behind of his butt literally clenching in the air?
Who didn't see? I thought I'd already see it in a meme. I mean, thank God he's okay. But yeah, I mean, that was scary. That was scary. I mean, my cheeks would have been exactly the same coming down from, like literally the heights of
30 feet.
Ty, was that not one of the scariest crashes you've seen in a long time?
Bro, I was just like, I got the tail end of it and I was like, what just happened? I thought he scrubbed super hard and his foot came off. That's
exactly what I thought. But, after we went on and did like the race reaction video and we went on the track and I was looking at that lip just briefly and there was some like little holes at the top of that lip. And, when you're going that fast and leaning that much.
Adam, but like, dude, his bike dropped out from him.
I know, but he might have just scrubbed and it just kinked just that little tiny bit. I mean, dude, you did it at Hangtown where you broke your femur.
Bro, not even the same at all. It was like a 1.5 foot kicker that I was trying to jump over and my rear wheel hit the top of the kicker by like 6 inches and I went over.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a smaller kicker than what you were trying to jump, but still.
But I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to justify
His tendency looked like a false neutral or his foot got hit on the lip.
There is no chance after being in probably third or fourth gear that he clicked false neutral on that jump.
I know it's very unlikely, especially with the transmissions they're running, but that's what it looked like. His bike fell out of the sky.
I'm telling you, the lip looked like it had a kicker. Okay,
well,
we're moving on.
I have to agree to disagree.
Okay, thank you. All right, heat number 2, RJ Hampshire with the hole shot.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the RJ Hampshire whiskey throttle in the hoop-de-doos? Where he almost launched himself into oblivion on the 3-3?
Do you think he's going to get smoothed out like in the East Coast, or do you think it's going to get worse?
No, he gets smoothed out in the East Coast. It's just this to me is like a 100% an RJ Hampshire typical strength issue of I came back way too soon.
Gotcha.
Am I wrong?
So you think he's kind of like riding himself into shape?
What do you mean, kinda? I'm saying 100 million %. This is what RJ's done his whole life. He just kind of gets hurt and then he gets back on the bike and he's like, all right, well, no better way to do it than do it, boys. Right?
No better way to do it than just do it.
I mean, am I wrong or am I right?
I don't think he's done it every year.
No, he hasn't done it every year, but he's accustomed to it.
He didn't do it in the outdoors last year. He looked so good last year in the outdoors. And then I was at Destinations and RJ'd, and now I'm back to being scared for RJ again. So.
Yes, but outdoors was him healthy. That's what happens when he has the strength and he's good to go. He's RJ. Well, the RJ that's solid. Because I don't want to say good, because he's good whether he's solid or not.
Sounded like you had a hard time saying that.
Yes, I wanted to be careful with my words because I didn't want to misspeak, or whatever you want to call it. So somebody interpreted my words.
You didn't want to RJ.
Yes, because I love RJ to death. He's one of the literally the coolest guys in the paddock, and he has the most heart out of anybody. And every time he hits the track, he freaking puts it all on the line for us fans. And if you disrespect RJ, I'll beat your ass. That's why.
Tell me how you really feel.
But in that heat race, we did see finally at the beginning a little web action, right? But we'll get back to that. Can we talk about the supersonic green flash that happened and then tucked front in the heat race. Like, what? How much?
Every time I just wait for it.
How much speed did Chase Sexton have? Like, that was like scary fast. Like, you shouldn't ride a dirt bike that fast. Right?
Yeah. He was faster than everybody by a second in a heat. Like, not even qualifying. Yeah. He was almost in the 59s in the heat.
And that's
minute 0.6. Yep.
Yeah. So, okay. So you're faster, a second faster than Eli Tomac. So if you go into the main event, that's a 20-second lead if you're putting it down the whole main event on Eli. The guy who just won 2 races in a row.
Bro, because we're going to talk about this right now. I was thinking about this today because you know that when we were in the press conference, he was like, you know, my 100% is just too much. And that's where mistakes happen. And I just need to ride at 80%. And I know I have the speed to win and the pace to win at 80%. And I just got to keep myself there. I was like thinking, I'm like, bro, is this guy so I don't want to say delusional. There's probably a better word to say that, but like misguided that maybe his 100% is his 80% and then he just pushes it to 150% and that's what his 100% is.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
like because like every single time he thinks he's going 100%, mistakes happen. And it's like, bro, maybe bro, you
got these
100%.
percentages wrong, my guy. Like,
yeah,
you think 100, 100's like 150, bro. That's past the limit. You just don't understand. You can't go more than 100%, my guy. That's why you crash. Crashing is over 100%. So if you have crashed at that speed, that would be 120%. That's not... That is more
that's
percent.
That's not maintainable.
Yes. Oh shit, that's funny. Freaking time.
I was cracking myself up thinking about that. I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because that's hey, Ty, you want to know why you were cracking yourself up? Because that's your career, bruh. That's exactly what you had to learn.
I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, dude, I know exactly how he feels, bro. He's like, dude, I am literally indestructible right now. Let's just see how far I can go and see how fast I am right now. Like, let's just see. Like, I mean, fuck, I feel good right now. 60,000 people are watching me. Like,
let's see what's first.
Up. Like, let's just see how fast I can go. And then, of course, the first thing to go is my front end.
And you know what's so messed up, Ty, that people just don't understand? Like,
what?
I don't know what happens to you when you're at Supercross and your heart rate's at 180, but you get this like ancestral rage and warrior mode that you literally like stop thinking. And it's so hard to like think clearly when you're that fit and that strong. There was a couple times where I just did shit that was so stupid because you're not thinking about like, you're not thinking about if it won't work out. You're just doing
You are
it.
not calculating that your body can handle it
no,
at all.
Or the bike.
You're just thinking, man, I feel like I can do it. Let's just trust that feeling because that's what motocross and supercross is. Like, none of these guys know exactly how to hit a jump. It's just like, I feel like I can do it. So let's just do it. And then you trust that feeling
so many times in a row.
Yeah. You're like, that feeling's good, but maybe sometimes that feeling's a little off and you shouldn't go that 102% or 120%. And then it puts you in a bad spot where that's where you just have to check yourself and being mature about the situation and knowing how hard you can push it and like not being greedy on just waxing your competition if you have the capabilities to.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's Heat 2. Somehow in all this, we talked about Webb and Chase. Eli Tomac wins Heat 2.
Yeah.
Eli Tomac wins Heat 2. Webb gets second. Anderson gets third. Let's go to the main event. Did you guys see the takeout that Vince Freeze put on Harrison?
Oh, did you hear they fought back at the rig?
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vince was like, come inside. And Mitch apparently like went at him and dropped him. I'm like, please tell me there's footage of that somewhere.
Wait a minute. What?
Oh yeah. So Harrison like went back to the pits to find Vince, and Vince was like, well, "Why don't you come on in the rig and we can talk about it?" And apparently, yeah, elbows were thrown
All right.
Damn.
for
Cool.
20th
Hey,
place.
good. Hey, good for Harrison.
Wow. Okay. Well, didn't even hear about that. All I heard was the Anaheim fight while Ryder DeFrancisco was doing his podium speech with the whole crowd like, oh, and I thought they were cheering for Ryder D, and then you see the whole stadium pointing and looking at the section on the opposite side of the stadium, watching this dude drop this other dude. I don't even know. Like, okay, yep. All right, moving on to the 450 main event. Yes, moving on to the 450 main event. Chase Sexton gets it done, guys. Is this a miracle?
Praise the Lord.
Is this a miracle? Did a miracle happen?
I mean, my
It'll be a
boy
miracle
just
if we can
found
string
his
two.
true 100% and not his 80% is what happened.
Oh shit. All right, Allie. What are your thoughts on, you're saying it's a miracle if he can string two together? What's he got to do to string two together? Like, what have you seen from Chase Sexton? What's your thoughts on the situation?
He's just got to turn his brain off. Like that's really his biggest issue. I mean, everybody talks about it. Like I was at Arlington, the Triple Crown, where he had to go for that win over Webb on the third race. And then he sat on the back of the berm and cried. It broke my heart. But I'm like, Chase, like you have the speed. You are a freaking tank. Like you hit the ground and you're fine. Let's not do that. And let's get another one in the books. But like he got this one off his back. If we can follow it up this week at Houston, then I'm a believer. But I'm stoked for him right now. I just think he needs to get out of his own head because that's a dangerous place to live.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key to the
As we've seen.
That's the key to everything in racing, right? Ty's getting out of your own way.
I know. But that's where I think that crash in his heat race like helped him. Because that
I know, isn't that weird how that shit happens?
Like, I guarantee you that crash in the heat race checked him, and he was like, I cannot let that happen another time. So then that he was just like, I'm literally just not going to let that happen. And then that set his mood for the main event. So for him, I just need to see a couple races where he doesn't hit the ground, doesn't have that mistake, where he can find that space throughout the main event and turn that switch on where he can ride and not be in the danger zone.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was just something about Chase Sexton that I seen even from press day footage, and I know I said that with Deegan as well, but he just looked comfortable on the bike. He looked fast on the bike. He looked like this was the first time that we've seen him be able to really push the Kawasaki to its limit, where, you know, he didn't find the limit in the heat race. He clearly made a mistake where he went a little high on that sand roller, and I think he got close to the top, and then he came down and tried to just pin it out of it because it was like so easy. Like it definitely wasn't a typical tuck front situation. That was not like what you've seen on the KTM and on the Honda from him, like tucking front coming into a corner. It was like a weird edge in the sand. He got off balance. So that wasn't a typical tuck front, but regardless,
I know, but we're also overseeing, like, we're not even talking about his practice crash either that happened earlier that day.
Oh yeah, the whoop crash. I forgot about that.
Like literally bent his bike up, and then he just totally got roosted by his own rear tire.
True. Poor Rango. I'm so glad he got that win because putting in so much work, man. I'm stoked for him.
Dude, Rango was crying.
It was the best. I love watching grown men cry.
He cried. Dude, that's how much passion they have for the sport. Rango's Chase Sexton's mechanic cried on the podium.
Hey, no disrespect to Rango or whatever, and I'm so happy for him, but I would cry too if I got that 10% of that bonus check too.
He's like, I thought I wasn't going to get a single bonus check this entire season. And Lord, baby Jesus, you came down and blessed me. And this rest of this season, looking up at my family going to be able to eat. Thank you, Lord. Oh, you
That's
think
all
he'd be
Callie.
crying? Hey, you think he'd be crying about all the work he put in the offseason? I'm sure changing fucking 60 zillion. Imagine how many parts my boy changed after A1. Like, I am talking every single one had to be changed. I mean, we had not even after A1, just starting after press day at A1, the whole bike was torn to pieces.
Bro, I know. I feel like I kind of shortchanged Rango there, but like, dude, the amount of work he has put in with the changing parts probably like times like 5. You know, like the same part, the same shock. We're just on and off, on and off, on and off. It's amazing like how much work every one of those team members like put in. And to finally see him on the top step of the podium is pretty freaking remarkable.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. Well, who are we going to talk about first? We're going to talk about Eli or Hunter? Hunter or Eli? Or are we just going to, I mean, do we just get Ken Roxon out of the way?
Yeah, let's do that one. What the heck?
Damn. Like, it was just an off night. It just did not. So he comes out of the gate and gets obliterated by Mookie. Did you see that? My boy got the side swap of the century right out of the gate. And then supposedly I could have swore he got taken out, but then he's over the berm by himself. And we're talking Ken Roxon, 21st place. What did he end up in the main event? 450
Bro,
main
he
event.
ended up 8th.
That's not good.
Bro, I mean, for what it's worth, like that ride was crazy to end up 8th.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still good, but we're in a championship fight. Like, we went from 2 podiums in a row to somehow Chase Sexton is 3rd in the championship in front of us.
I know. I
At
mean,
one point.
I know.
Yeah, but
yeah.
What? I don't care if it's 1. I don't care if it's 5. What?
Hey, but we're still in it, bro. We're still in it.
We're in it. We're in it, dog.
You know, if that's Ken Roxon's worst night, then we're doing good.
Hey, we down, but we ain't out, boy. Shit.
We're doing good if that's the worst night of Kenny.
We just got to make sure that's the worst night. You know what I mean? That's the problem. I mean, we all have off nights, but damn. And everything looked to be the same, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like we were doing anything crazy. It's not like we had a totally different bike setup. I mean, I will say this, the track was completely different. So the bike setup at A1 would not have worked at A2. But either way, I mean, obviously we've only changed clickers since Daytona. So that's on Kenny.
You know what I'm saying?
He's got to be able to get out of the hole. If you can't get out of the hole and get a decent start, nothing you can do. Period.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the Eli Hunter battle and how much that changed the race. Right?
Yes.
Allie, Allie, take us through it. Do you remember? I mean, how many times was there passes between? Like, so the first one that I remember is because Eli had to get by Hunter first, right?
Yes.
Where did Eli get by
Because
Hunter? Oh, yeah, it was in
Hunter
the sand.
was
He went
third.
around him out. Did he go around the outside in the sand to get Hunter? And then he powered down, yeah, and he passed him. Or was that in the heat? Gosh, it's all blending. Either way, I think the big one that I remember is Hunter passing Eli, barely threading the needle in the whoop section, right?
Yeah, that scared the shit out of me.
Like, that was the one that really changed kind of everything, right? And then Hunter put the dagger in the coffin, or the nail in the coffin at the finish line. I mean, we got to talk about this, because I'm saying if Jet, no, I don't even want to bring up Jet.
Do it.
I mean, in my eyes, if Jet's here, that shit ain't happening. Yes or no?
I think if Jet's here, it's a totally different game entirely for everybody. Like,
right?
I think the top 5 looks different. I think Hunter operates differently with Jet. I think Hunter tests differently with Jet. So, yeah, I think all of this is differently.
Yeah. Ty, what's your take on it?
I mean, what I was seeing in the main event is I saw Eli Tomac building a lot of momentum towards catching Chase. Because so I'm looking at the lap by lap results. So Eli Tomac started out 5th.
Yeah.
And then he was 4th by the second lap, right behind Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And then on lap 8, Eli Tomac passes Hunter, I believe, around the outside because they got super close in that bull corner.
Yeah.
And then Eli Tomac kind of forces him inside, or I think that was a pass on Mookie. I can't remember, but passes Hunter. And then Hunter kind of fades back, and then you see Eli Tomac starting to build momentum. And then Hunter finds some lines and finds some speed, and then comes back and just right next to Eli Tomac and just staying bar to bar with them for like a quarter of the lap, and then finally seals the deal around the finish line corner, after the finish line corner, that sweeper. And you could totally tell like Eli Tomac did not have it. Like after that, he got flustered. He started dropping back, and he kind of had to reinvent himself and kind of refocus to make sure he was not losing that toe with Hunter.
You know, that's why I asked that question though in San Diego about Eli, you know, being able to find that momentum to make a push back past Kenny, because Kenny did the same thing Hunter did to Eli in San Diego, but somehow Eli was able to kind of make that push back and get the job done. And here in Anaheim, it was not it. It just seemed like as soon as Hunter really like put that pass back on him and then shut him down around that sweeper, I mean, dude, Hunter chopped his front wheel after the finish line.
Yeah.
I mean, such a ballsy move to be able to get that done.
I wouldn't say chopped, but he just was like,
he manhandled him.
I'm going to keep my handlebar in front of Tomac, and as long as I do that, you can't do anything to me.
Yeah.
So he just played the leverage game.
Yeah, and it really just seems like to me that Hunter has been coming on so strong these last couple rounds. And it's so weird too, because you hear all this talk about how Hunter Lawrence is, you know, having these bike problems, and they're struggling setting up the bike. And then the first round, he vocally says he's not happy. And then, you know, now all of a sudden he's in the championship and he's doing good, right?
Yeah, but we all know that, like, even though that he's in this championship, it doesn't mean that he's happy with his bike, you know?
I don't think he's happy with the bike. I think all of this chatter about like, oh yeah, we fixed the combobulators and left-handed tools. I think actually they're struggling with setup for sure. And did you see the video of Hunter and Dazzy like going at it in between? I think it was after one of the heats. Like they were loud. So
really,
somebody is not happy. Yeah. So I don't think everything is going perfectly swimmingly at Honda, but for Hunter to come out and still be second in points and to have these late race charges, like I'm impressed, but I do not think it is completely smooth sailing in the Honda camp right now.
All right. Well, with that being said, collectively as a group, when do we think we see Hunter get a win this season? Do we see him in the next 2 rounds, the next 3 rounds, or does he even get a win this season?
I think he wins in Houston.
Do you think he wins the next one?
Yes. I think he wins in Houston. I think it's a perfect storm. I think you've been lining this shit up. And two, hasn't he done good in Houston in the past? Why do I remember Hunter doing good in Houston?
Dude,
we haven't been.
I was trying to look at
huh?
I was trying to look at like archive results and stuff like that, and I mean, YouTube's always got the answer for me, but 2023 was the last Houston in the NRG Stadium, and I think Hunter was still on 250s or something.
Yeah.
So, Allie, what do you think? Do you think we're going to see a win from Hunter this season, or do you think it's going to be a tough one?
I think it's going to be tough, but I think he sneaks one in.
One?
Do I think it'll be a student?
We're really doubting one? Like, Allie, you're saying one or you're saying multiple?
I think if he can get one, which I'm a believer, he could get multiples. And I mean, he went 4.22. He's only going up from here unless something crazy happens, which it could, but it could be. I could see it. Yeah, he was great at Arlington when he was on the 250. That's my home race. So I've been to Arlington every year, and he looks, he likes the dirt in Arlington. Houston is a little bit different, 4 hours south, but I could see it. I could totally see it.
I mean, I guess Allie does make a good point in the fact that if he can click one off here pretty soon, it does make it a lot easier to click more off. But getting that first big one, especially in a championship that's going to be this tight, is very, very difficult. But
you know what I think? You know what I just came to the conclusion with is
tell us, Uncle
with how consistent he is.
Yeah,
and he's been up there. And he kind of takes a little bit to get going, but I feel like he's going to be in the top 5. I think he's going to get his first win as like maybe one moto win in a Triple Crown, but he's going to be the overall winner in the first Triple Crown race.
That'd be Houston. Houston's Triple Crown.
Oh, shit.
Interesting.
Maybe, hey, it's
Ty, did you just agree with me without agreeing with me?
Yes, I did. Did you see how I did that?
Yeah, I do see how you did that. But you know what we can all agree with here on this show? Twisted Tea is the best beverage you can get if you're 21 years or older. Go to your local gas station, go to your local grocery store, whatever it is, grab some Twisted Teas, crack them open on race day, drink responsibly. Dirt Trick Sprockets. Do you need 300 hours out of your sprocket? Do you want it made in the United States of America? Do you want it to outlast your dirt bike? Go to Dirt Trick Sprockets and grab a sprocket now. Use the code TRACKTALKERS26 for a discount and get hooked up. Stan Benson Racing out of Bakersfield, California. ETS Fuel, Pirelli Tires, and much, much more. Go to the shop. Check them out. Family-oriented. They're the best people. Or order online. Guts Racing. Grab the best seats. You can get a seat for your Suron. You can get a seat for your RMZ 450. Anything you need, they got it. SKDA Graphics and our new sponsor on board, Dylan Young Enterprises. I can't wait. I'm so excited, Ty. We got something special in store for you guys next week. Should be really, really cool. But Dylan Young Enterprises hopping on the show, local business. Make sure you support him too. Shout him out. And yeah, support the people that support the show. Okay, guys, anything else in the 450 main event that we want to talk about, that we want to cover, that we haven't covered yet?
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh,
my guy from New Mexico.
Oh shit.
El Hombre
21
on the
21. Come on, man, baby.
My boy was looking silky out there in front.
Bro, did that shit just look natural or what, my boy? Like, we were relaxed, bro. We were fried out front. We were not stressing about shit, dog. We've been there, done that. We had the fucking upper with the fucking Monster Energy, dog. And then we were chilling after the race with the Twisted Tea, my boy. We were relaxing, dog. It wasn't even nothing for JA out front, right?
Hey, his answer in the press conference was like, "Oh, bro, you know I'll be double fisting
you." Somebody asked him, "What are you gonna do on the podium when you have Monster and Twisted Tea?" He's like, "Bro, you know I'll be double fisting. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait for Will Christian. She can be like, she's gonna try to like hand him the microphone or something. He's gonna be like, bro, I can't do it. I got all this sponsorship money.
Can you just hold it for me?
Yeah, I got all this sponsorship money, bro. I gotta." Just sipping, dog.
Oh, God.
Oh, I mean, all jokes aside, man, that was pretty cool, wasn't it? Like, to see the progression from WSX of like, oh shit, he looks rusty and a little out of shape, to like, oh shit, we just won WSX championship, to like, oh damn, we got some at A1, to like, oh shit, we might not have as much as we thought at San Diego, to damn, we're leading laps for like 50% of the race in the 450 main event. Welcome to the party, boy.
We're back.
Yeah.
Hey, how often does he run that orange Alpenstar gear? Do we just got to run that every week?
I mean, I don't really like the combination on that and the Suzuki, but
yeah, I mean, I didn't really.
If that's the gear, then that's the gear.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it looks good with the bike, but I just know that he uses that gear a lot. You know what I mean? That color combo is like that New Mexico JA special.
That New Mexico JA
Is it
special,
not? It's like called like Alpenstar New Mexico Horizon, bruh. That's what it's called.
Dusty ass. That's what it looks like. Dusty ass.
No, Allie, it's New Mexico Horizon. That's the colorway. That's what the colorway, not dusty ass. Damn. Can't be like doing that to our boy.
Hey, it's like that plateau rain run.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He said plateau. The New Mexico plateau.
That's the plateau orange, bro.
Bro, we ain't copyright on that.
Hey, ain't nothing plateauing at the Suzuki rig, bro, but our bike, bro. We plateaued on our bike, same bike for a long time, but the trajectory's up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, jeez.
Hey,
okay,
the Suzuki's ripping, bro.
Okay, yeah. So let's get back to the professionalism of this. Okay, so we checked off the whole shot, right? That's the big thing. So now we got some confidence in the bike. And then he just looked smooth throughout the night. The bike wasn't doing anything weird. Jason didn't look like he was trying extra hard. It definitely looked like he was not expending as much energy as the guys behind him, and he was still going as fast. Like, I was like watching Eli and Hunter and those guys. Ty, you mentioned this and made it really clear to me. It's like, dude, why are these guys not catching him? Like, Jason Anderson didn't look like he was sprinting. He didn't look like he was doing anything special, but then he was like consistently keeping that lead away from those guys. And then he did the Jason Anderson thing where he chops down on your ass and freaking says, nah, fool, you ain't passing me right now. Sorry.
Yeah, you're not accelerating mid-corner, bro. I'm going this way.
Dude, how sick was the pass back on Chase Sexton down the inside of the whoops?
It was dope.
Like, there is not very many motherfuckers on this planet that can say they blew by Chase Sexton in the whoops.
No.
I was worried about Hunter and Jason because there's no love lost there. So when they got next to each other, I was like, oh, Ando's gonna kill him.
Well, I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do over at Suzuki, boy. Shit, son. Shit. Whatever we need to do, keep him scared. Oh, that's funny. I mean, look, if we're gonna fight for the championship and Jason Anderson in it, it's better have him scared of you than not. Look at the Deegan effect.
Hey. Oh God, I can't wait till Deegan and Anderson get into it next year. I know we're not going there, but I can't wait.
All right. Anything else in the 450 class, both of you guys?
Better days for Cooper Webb, I think.
Cooper Webb. Well, he basically said it was over. He said, I think that was the final nail in my championship coffin. I was like, damn, Coop.
What?
Yeah. He said it like right immediately in his post-race interview. And he did come back and like try to go back on what he said. He's like, I didn't realize it was the heat of the moment. Like, I'm not that far down. But I was like, bro, you said it on national television. Like, you don't have confidence.
I think he really wanted to stop the bleeding for Eli Tomac.
Yeah.
Yep.
And sometimes when you get the Chase Sexton effect on you and you try too hard, you know what I mean? It doesn't happen. It's like you gotta ride 80%, Ty. 80, 100%.
Not 100. Not 100.
80, 100%.
Hey, but he's got the vlog. He's got the vlog. He's got the $3.5 million PJ. Like, hey, Cooper's fine.
Does he really?
Yeah. Did you not see this in his vlog? Yeah. Homeboy bought a private jet.
Who did? Webb?
Yeah. I'm telling you, the homeboy is fine.
My boy ain't tripping, dog.
He really bought a $3.5 million jet.
Yeah. Yep. We were watching this. It was like one of the first vlogs, and he like gets on it and goes to some event in North Carolina with some Yamaha dinner and flies back. Yeah. He bought it.
Ty, I really should have tried to go like a little faster. Like a little bit, like 1 second faster. Like, why didn't I try to just go 1 second faster a lap?
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
That's like you know what I mean?
Yes. I mean, if you would have jumped a little bit more at him, I think you could have been there, dude.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
Oh shit! Sometimes you just need Uncle Ty to give you a harsh truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, smacked you with reality.
Yep. All right. That's it for the main events, right? Nothing else?
Nope.
Nope. I think that's
racing.
it.
Yeah. Justin Cooper still jumping the whoops. And yeah, that's probably it, right?
Yep.
Never change.
Damn. All right. Well, once again, if you haven't, Twisted Tea, buy some Twisted Teas. If you're 21 years or older, Dirt Trick Sprockets, Stan Benson Racing, Guts Racing, SKDA Graphics, and Dylan Young Enterprises supporting the show. Make sure you guys support them. But we're moving on to one of my favorite segments in the show. Welcome, everybody, to Moto Court. Okay, this is a segment where we debate a hot topic in the show, and the case we are bringing to the show today in Moto Court is: should SMX Next be part of the big show? Allie, since you are our guest, you get to pick your side. Should they be part of the show or should they not be part of the show?
They absolutely should be part of the show, but I have all of the thoughts. So
okay, so that is going to be your side, Tyler. Unfortunately, once again, you get the short.
I'll be arguing why they should not be in the show.
Okay, so
Moto moms are gonna hate you.
Hey,
that's all right.
Bring all the heat.
Bring all the heat. We love our Moto moms. All right, so Allie, what's going to happen here is you're going to be able to plead your case. You get 1 minute and 30 seconds. Why SMX Next should be part of the show. Ty, after that, you're going to get 1 minute and 30 seconds. And then you guys in the comments are going to be able to tell us the winner. Comment below your thoughts, your reactions to if the SMX Next program should be part of the night show. Allie, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds. On your mark, get set, go.
Let's go. All right. I'm a big fan of SMX Next. We're not calling them futures anymore. Okay. We got to go with the branding, but this is truly the future of the sport. And if we want to get on board with these riders who, honestly, this group is getting screwed. They're the young ones. They're the ones that are getting in that new AMA rule where we're not going to see them for 3 years when they go pro. We've got to care now. Otherwise, we're going to have a whole class of 250s in 3 years. We're going to be like, who? But here's my caveat. We need these kids on the track at better times, okay? We had Ryder Malinowski go down. Chad talked about it. Ryder's one of his riders at club. Why are we letting these children, I know some of them are older, but children ride on a track that has just been hammered by 4 full gates of heats? So while I'm saying, yes, I want SMX Next in the main show, I want to see them all the time. I want to follow their stories. I want to be invested in them. We have got to take better care of our children, the youth of our sport, and not put them after the track has been beat to shit. So I've heard their whispers. Chad is having a discussion with AMA and Powers to Be before Houston about where we're going to put them. So I'm hopeful, but I'm a big fan of SMX Next. I think it's great. We just got to figure out when they can be on the track so they don't die.
9.
Done.
8. There we go.
I don't need those 9 seconds.
Yes, I love it. All right, Tyler, that's a pretty good argument. Ty, why should SMX Next not be part of the night show? Ready, set, go.
Well, Allie, I don't want to tear you up too much because you are a guest on this show. But the reason why they are not going to be in the night show is because they are the future, and we need to take care of our future and the SMX Next kids. And when we're talking about these kids, some of these kids have never even been to Angel Stadium or let alone in a football or baseball stadium. So maybe for their first time when they're dropping the gate, it should not be during the main show, and it should be during the daytime hours after practice, after they prep the track. Just like why we have 250C and 250B at the beginning of practice is because those guys are not as skilled as our A guys. So I think we need to flip the schedule around. When we have the SMX Next kids, they need to be the first riders on the track. Boom. Super fresh prep track. Break it in for the C, B, A, B, C guys. And then the second round of practice, put the SMX Next guys out again first, and get that fresh track, get that perfect track. So there are a little bit room for error with these new kids trying to learn the Supercross. I don't even think they should even be racing. They should just be time qualifying for maybe 1 rounds. And then when we get the top qualifiers, then we do a race at the end of the qualifying session where the Dirtworks guys preps a few gnarly areas. They do 1 gate drop during the daytime program. And then that's it for that day. And then at the end of the season, when we have filtered out all of these chaotic SMX Next kids and they have a couple rounds underneath their belt, then we have the SMX All-Stars that have finished all in the top 5 over the last 3 rounds. And then that's our main event. So we don't have these chaotic moments, people getting KO on the track and riding this super gnarly track, what they're not ready for.
Damn. I was so interested, bro. I let you go longer. So we're going to have to exclude 30 seconds of that, those comments. I apologize to Allie. I apologize to the court. You know, in all seriousness, you know, first of all, you guys, fans, people watching, comment below. Who do you guys think is right? Should SMX Next be part of the big show? With that being said, I see both sides. I see both sides of it. You know, I do believe that you shouldn't be able to just go at the very first round and race during the night show. It's too much pressure. It's way too much pressure.
Dude, it's just too much. It's too overwhelming.
Yes. And the track's too gnarly. What they need to do is, like Ty said, is you do 4 rounds throughout the year where the SMX Next guys, they do qualification and then they race before the night show even starts. And then they get that completely out of the way. And then, like Ty said, there's an X amount of qualifiers. And then if you make it through 5 or 6 rounds, then the final round of SMX Next, you race during the night program to get that feeling. Or, you know, even a couple of them or something. Like there's chosen night ones and then there's more day ones to kind of qualify for or something. Maybe there's a 3-round SMX Next series at the end where you actually get to race 3 back to back to back at the end of the season that are during the night program. But at the beginning of the season, you qualify through the day programs. You know, because it is so brutal going into the night show. I remember the first time that I ever raced in a Supercross stadium, like I wasn't even racing. I was just trying to make it around the track.
Bro, or let alone like riding a track with tough blocks on it. You know, like
yes.
Bro,
for the
that's
first
a
time
feat in
ever.
itself.
Because there isn't a practice track with tough blocks.
No, like when you swap out, like there's tough blocks on the sides. Like you can't ride the edge of the track and jump off 1.5 feet on a low line off the finish line jump or the triple lip because there's tough blocks there.
Yeah.
There's just so many hurdles that people have, you know, that it's just so tough, especially at such a young age that you have a culture shock. You have a grand scheme of just Supercross in general that you have to deal with. Like let's lessen the load for a couple rounds throughout the season and get these guys really prepared and trying to be as safe as possible.
Yeah. Allie, what's, you know, after hearing what we're saying, what are your thoughts on the whole SMX Next thing? I mean, you do not have to agree with us at all because I do think there has to be a point where they have to race during the night. You know, there has to be.
Yeah, you know, I'll allow it. I'll settle out of court on this one. I think having the all-star group, which I think they did start laying the foundation for the all-stars when we went to the finales. So we know that's a thing. I agree. I think that there are some kids in this list that are they're so squirrely. They have no idea what's going on. But then you've got the kid like Ryder Malinowski that's training at club on a Supercross track. So there's got to be some differentiation.
He's good too.
And he's good, yeah. So it's not all the same. You know, you've got the bottom 10 guys that, you know, have no idea how to hit whoops, but you might have the top 10 guys that are training at club and know exactly what they're doing. So yeah, I think there is a happy middle ground, but it does not include riding a track like last night that was beat to hell.
Yeah, but see, the thing is though, is it's like, it's really not the track. Because I guarantee you, if you took all those kids and you had them ride the track the way it is by themselves, they could do it. You know, they wouldn't do it as good, but it's when you put the guys out there, then you put the fans out there, and all of a sudden you can't think near as clear. Wow, that was a rhyme. Near as clear as you usually can, you know, and it just happens all so fast, and you make a bad decision like the kid that jumped when he 3'd up when Malinowski was jumping off the high one. Like, a pro wouldn't be doing that. You know what? Or not a pro, but
not through mid pack or when you're back in the pack. Like, you literally just have to make the decision just to double. Like, yeah, you can always hope and have a prayer of tripling, but you just don't do that because of the safety of the people in front of you and the safety for yourself.
Yeah, and the hard thing that Ty and I talked about,
and just controlling that chaos is just so hard to understand.
Yeah, and this is brutal, and I am probably going to get roasted for this, but this shit would have never happened if we wouldn't have had futures either, or not futures, SMX next, because the problem is Malinowski and those other guys that got in this crash wouldn't have qualified to get a good enough gate pick to be in that front mid pack where those guys were. They would have been in the C practice. They would have qualified kind of shitty. They would have maybe made the night show, maybe not made the night show, been in the back of the pack, had a bad gate pick, had a bad start, and they would have been in the back and they would have had to been more cautious. But you put these all in a group of these gnarly kids at this gnarly moment, and then
they're not totally ready to be trying to lead a race.
Exactly.
Supercross.
You're putting them in a situation that they're trying to push it as hard as they can, where if they were racing the actual pros, they wouldn't be pushing it like they're going to win because they're already kind of like in the backer part of the pack. Now, there is a better way to bring these kids up, and I think, the Chad Reed interview was so crucial for him talking shit straight to Supercross and saying you can't put these kids on that gnarly of a track when you're putting them in a situation that they're risking it all to be the number one guy, because that's really what you're doing. Like, yeah, you're looking, Feld and Supercross are looking at this as a way for these kids to get their feet wet, but all these kids are looking at it in a way to get their name out there. So instead of looking at it like, oh, this is such a fun learning experience that we should be taking one step at a time, the kids and the dads are looking at it as, dude, this is bigger than Loretta's. This is bigger than any amateur national you could ever get at. And you've got this shot to prove yourself to all the teams that you could have ever dreamed to be on, to get a fucking shot to race Supercross on that team. And if you can do good, you could be Julian Beaumer and get the factory KTM
or
ride.
You can be the next Colt Davies.
Or
and today
Hayden
is to
Deegan,
risk it all.
It's happened if you risk it all and pull it off. And so now you got these freaking kids on the gnarliest track in the gnarliest situation, one that they're not ready for, risking it all, putting these kids in a way to where they can get these rides that they're so not ready for. And they're going to risk it all. And that, I mean, dude, I haven't been to an SMX next race and not seen a damn red flag. Yeah. I haven't even been to one. Like, can we get a SMX next race that we don't see a red flag?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's too much pressure. And I mean, did you hear that Bobby was even going to put one of the star guys on East? So, whether it's Caden or Cade or Cade McCade, all the Cades, Caden Menier, who I love, like, could potentially be racing East Coast in a couple of weeks. And so he's got it all on the line because he wants his pro license or his pro contract to come from Star. But Bobby's like, boy, you got to get in it on this one. So, yeah, even more pressure.
Yeah, but like, that's the thing, though, is you've seen the kids who are ready for it and aren't ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
Caden Menier and Dudney are ready. Those kids look like they're going in top 10, no problem, 250 class.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just straight off the rip.
You don't think Revan Gordon either?
I think Revan Gordon's going to be solid, but I don't think he's as solid. I don't think he has the strength that he needs like those other kids. I think Dudney is the readiest one. And then Caden Menier is like, him and Landon Gordon are about the same.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. What do you guys think?
I'm totally team Caden Menier. I think he's so fun. I think that he's going to be the next one after Cole Davies that pops off. I don't know what are the Aussies and Kiwis doing, just cranking them out. Like, they're like, okay, cool. Chad Reed, hold my beer. Like, I'm here. Like, Caden Meniere is the next one. I'm all for it. But yeah, I was very impressed with Caden Dudney too. So,
dude,
naming your kid all the same thing.
I know.
It works.
Cool story. Cool story about Meniere. When he was a kid, he met me, or I met him, I guess I should say, over in Australia. But his dad last year was showing me a video of him singing and dancing and like doing like kind of like a music video type of deal to My Bike's Too Lit when he was like a little
That's
kid.
awesome.
How sick is that?
That's tight.
He's my favorite. Like the energy he brings, like again, here's another commercial for Cooper Webb's vlog. Go watch Coop's vlog when they all do the bike ride and Coop's like, I vomited on myself. And Caden's just like bouncing around like happy-go-lucky. I'm like, I love this kid. I love him. So
oh shit.
Not trying to hide my bias towards the Meniere family, but yeah, no pressure. Just go race your heart out.
He definitely is a great kid. Well, this show has been going a long time. Once again, lot to talk about. Always a good show. Allie, you've been absolutely awesome. But let's wrap this thing up, boys and girls. You know what it is. We got to get next week's picks. What are our predictions for Houston? And
okay, before anybody picks, I'm going to interject here.
Okay.
So
please.
in 2023 in Houston, the main event went like this.
Oh shit.
Eli Tomac.
No.
Yep.
2023 though, because this is the last time we were there.
Chase Sexton second. Jason Anderson third. Aaron Plessinger fourth, and Cooper Webb fifth.
And that's the last time we were there was 23.
I think that was the last time we were there.
Damn, dude. If it's not, you're gonna get smoked in the car.
Oh, I know.
Like I'm talking obliterated.
I'm gonna be in. Hey, that's why I'm wearing camo, bro. It was because they can't see me.
The haters can't see you in the camo. All right. And just to make sure, because Allie, I know you're on top of it. This is a West Coast round, right? I know.
Yes. West Coast round.
Okay.
Yep.
So Triple Crown, West Coast round. And we're back in Houston. Oh, Allie, give us the weather update. What are we looking for over there?
Oh, man, I'm a little panicked. So I'm in Dallas. We're snowed in. I've not left my house in 3 days because Texas doesn't know what to do in snow.
Oh, geez.
It's supposed to thaw out by midweek. I'm going to drive my ass to Houston. I'm staying with one of my best friends. She's never come to a race before. I have guilt tripped her into it. But there's another weather thing coming like late next week. So unless you got your PJ on lock, like Cooper Webb, could we have some teams get stuck in Houston? Maybe. It's a closed-in stadium. I personally hate energy, but it could be chilly.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
I just want to let you know, Allie, that I take a lot of offense to you not liking NRG. NRG is probably one of my favorite stadiums in the entire world.
It's where you debuted, right?
No,
is that where your first pro race was?
It's where my first pro race was and my first ever.
I was there.
Really?
I have a picture of you on the screen. It was the first time I'd ever been to NRG, and they said something on Race Day Live. They were like, "This is Adam Entignap," and I was like, "Let me take a picture of that dude." Had no context for you whatsoever, but I remember it. I'll dig it up. I'll find it.
Bruh, you knew I was gonna be the biggest thing since peanut butter and jelly. That's why.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, Ty just loves.
Biggest thing says peanut butter and jelly. God.
Oh, Ty.
Watch out, everybody! Addy might just float away. Right now.
Hey, if there's one person on this planet that can humble me back to planet Earth quickly, it's Uncle Ty. And you can rely on him 100% of the time to do it. That's why I love you.
God bless brothers.
Yep. But yeah, first debut race and first main event, which my very first main event, I beat James Stewart. So, I mean, I'm not.
You can say that. Hey, didn't Daniel Blair beat him at Houston too? DB loves to pull that stat out.
I don't know, but my first main event I was ever in, I smoked James Stewart. I'm talking like put him a couple laps down and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, like you smoked him so hard he had a DNF, dude.
He quit.
Is that the one where he sat on the side of the track on the tough block? That was the night he retired.
Know. He probably lapped.
Mind.
He probably lapped me and crashed at the end, and I barely beat him, and we're on the same lap.
I think you actually retired James Stewart. He's like, yeah, that's 7 deuce, man. I'm out. Like,
that's
this
funny.
is it.
Wouldn't be the first guy retired.
Shit.
All right, let's go. Let's get into the predictions for Houston. Allie, you're the guest on the show. Give us your top 3.
Ooh, okay.
450, 450 or 250 first, guys?
Let's go 250s first.
Okay, 250s. Give me your top 3.
Okay. I'm choosing with my heart. Yep. I'm choosing Ryder D. Ryder D is going to get it done. Wow. Overall. I'm saying Ryder D is bringing it home.
Wow.
But I don't think he wins all 3.
Okay. We're going over. So, wow. Okay. We got some in-depth analysis here. I like it.
So I'll say Ryder D
doesn't win a moto, but gets the overall. Okay. This is, I love it.
No, doesn't win all 3, but wins the overall.
Yeah. I think he gets 1.
Okay. So he gets 1 win. But he doesn't get any, so he gets 1 win and then gets enough to get it done overall. Okay, I like it. Two spot.
So Hayden.
Okay.
Womp womp. And Mosey.
So
Mosey brings it home
Hayden does what? What does he do?
Wins the other 2.
And just dog
water. Well, if he wins the other 2, then he'd win the overall.
Just dog water in the first one or what?
I think that Max is going to give him some trouble with his start. So I think maybe Hayden gets a bad start and he's buried back in the pack. So yeah, I don't think he wins them, but he does enough to scrape together for second points.
Okay.
And then Mosey being in third, that keeps our battle going with them in 1 and 2 overall in points.
I can't believe.
Damn, you didn't even put Max on the top 3. Damn.
I would love for Star to just continue to go 1, 2, 3. Or Will Hahn.
Allie.
All right, 450s, Allie.
450s.
450s. I mean, we said it earlier. I think this could be Hunter Lawrence's night. So I'll give Hunter the overall. We'll give Chase second.
Ooh.
Eli third.
Ooh.
I don't trust that Chase pick. Did you hear the apprehension? Even as I'm saying it, I'm like,
I know.
I can't get that picture of him on the berm out of my head at Arlington. So
okay.
Oh yeah, but I'm gonna stick with that. Hunter, Chase, Tomac.
Okay, Ty, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 250s first.
Just say it. You already.
I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna. I might.
Are you gonna change it up on us for the very first time?
I'm just feeling for some reason. In my bones, I feel like Max Anstie is going to get the win.
Oh my God, a man after my own heart.
I just think with these shorter races, like he has a chance where like if he gets a whole shot, like he'll lead enough where if Hayden's back and doesn't get the whole shot, like he's plenty fast enough to win.
Okay. I love it. I love that pick. I love it.
So Max first.
Okay.
Hayden second.
Okay.
By like a narrow margin, comes down to the last moto.
Okay.
And then third is going to be Ryder D because I think Ryder D, I think is going to get a win 1 because he's such a good starter, but I don't think he gets the overall because it's going to be just such a tight race in between Max and Hayden. And then 450s, I'm gonna stick with my Hunter Lawrence pick. I think he's gonna win. Get his first win in the Triple Crown because he's been very consistent. He just needs to figure out 3 starts back to back to back. And I don't think Chase has got that in him yet. So I think Eli Tomac is going to finish second.
So
and
Hunter
then Ken Roczen third.
Hunter Tomac.
No, hold on. Hunter, Kenny, Tomac.
I like it.
I like that.
I think Kenny's going to at least win 1 and take 1 away from Hunter.
And who's third?
Tomac. Because I don't think Chase can put 3 starts back to back together. I think there's going to be, I could see literally Chase winning 2, but then 1 getting like a 10th.
Okay.
Would that give Hunter the overall? Would that mean Hunter loses the red plate in that scenario? Because I think so.
I think Hunter's going to go like something like dumb, like 2-2-2.
That sounds real dumb.
Yeah. I'm like, that's
because
dumb. That sounds hella
Chase
smart.
is gonna win the first one, then Kenny's gonna win the second one, and then Chase is gonna win the third one, but somehow doesn't have enough points to win the overall, and Kenny doesn't have enough points to win the overall. So Hunter's gonna win the overall.
Hunter wins by default.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, why do you think I said that Hunter's gonna win? Okay. All right, here we go. So 250s for me. I'm going Max Anstey. Start consistency. You got to, right?
Do it.
Yes.
Then 2 spot. I'm going Cameron McAdoo.
What?
Yes, I just seen him up front a lot, and I've seen a lot of speed.
Tripping, dude.
And I see McAdoo.
Tripping.
Okay, whatever. We'll see this weekend. I see McAdoo on the shorter races being able to get it done. The dude's aggressive.
Packers.
He wants to make passes at the beginning of the race, and I think he's putting it together. 3 spot. Hayden Deegan.
Whoa.
Surprise, surprise.
Disrespect.
No disrespect. I just don't think – I think that he doesn't have his starts down enough. I think he has the speed, but when you get held behind for 13 minutes to Michael Moseman, that's not going to cut it in the 3-race shootout.
Hey, do you want me to change your mind about Cameron McAdoo right now or not?
No.
I do.
Okay, I'll shut up. I'll shut up. Right
Okay,
now.
change my mind. Change my mind.
Bro, you have 3-star 250s and Ryder D that he's going against for 3 races. And you think he's going to be a better starter than all 5 of those guys for 3 races consistently?
McAdoo should be studied. You didn't change my mind. All right, now to 450. Okay.
You're doubting yourself majorly.
450. 450. Ken Roxon.
Hey, that's actually not a bad pick because when I heard Triple Crown and then I said Kenny, like,
oh, bro, I know how pissed off his German ass gets when he doesn't do good, and then we're coming into a Triple Crown. I mean, it's like the perfect storm, right?
Oh, I'm so
let me guess. Second place, Jason Anderson.
Nope. Second place,
Cole Nichols.
Second place. You ready? Second place, you guys ready?
Let's go.
Yes.
Cooper Webb.
Ooh,
no way,
spicy.
bro.
Cooper Webb.
Not a shot, bro. He got 5th in 2023, bro.
Third place, Hunter Lawrence. And that means I'm putting Eli Tomac off the podium for the first time.
Yikes.
That's tough. I just feel, I know, okay, so I can't remember, but it was Arlington that Cooper Webb and Ken Roxon had that crazy ass battle, right? Or was it Houston?
I was there.
No, that was Houston.
It was Arlington.
No,
it's Arlington.
It was Arlington.
It was
Point
Arlington. Yeah, it was Arlington.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not Houston.
I know, but
Houston's hard pack and sticky.
I know, but this is
and
the
they
first.
just had a snowstorm, so it's going to be soft and rutted.
You took the words out of my mouth. What did you just say? What did you just say? Change my mind. Cooper Webb's back to the East Coast. He's got the ruts. He's going to have his little turn downs at the bottom of the corner. He's going to be fucking ripping.
Bro, his little dwarf ass said the Supercross live is over, bro. He's 25 points down.
Oh, shit. Is he really 25 down already?
I mean, I was spitting a whole bunch of bullshit
24.
right there.
24.
I mean, basically.
24.
Oh, my gosh. So
I mean,
Anderson's 24 really down
deep.
too?
Yeah, they're tied.
Jeez. And what, Hunter's 8 points down? And Chase is 13 and Kenny's 14. Wow, that got away quick, didn't it?
Yep. Title defense years are all the same.
It is tough. All right, well, is there anything else we want to mention, guys and girls? Because this is a 2-hour fucking show.
Worth it.
I'm good.
Worth it. All right. Well, we appreciate we appreciate you guys watching. Allie, thank you so much for being on the show. It was our pleasure. Thank you for all the insight. You were absolutely amazing. It goes by so fast, but to all the fans out there, all the all the people watching, please like and subscribe. Tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your aunt, tell your uncle, tell your mom and your dad. Tell anybody you can about Track Talkers, because you guys are the one that makes this work. If you haven't, once again, I'm going to tell you, like and subscribe. Just hit the little button right down at the bottom. It's super easy and it helps us out a bunch. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Track Talkers, and we'll see you next week. Peace.